Hi, this is Graphically Alex coming at you with all things fat related. If that's something that interests you, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. Today we have some slightly above lukewarm tea as Victoria has responded to AntiFA YouTube. I saw this on the Cynical Dude's channel and I had to respond because from one Swiftie to another, Victoria, does a scorpion sting when fighting back? They strike to kill, and you know I will. You know I will. If you're a Swiftie, you'll understand that reference. By the way, always in my folklore era in my room. But let's get into it. Have to get that Swiftie attack on point because these anti-FA YouTubers, some of them are Swifties, and I will weaponize Swift against them. The other thing I will say too is a lot of them are into astrology. Every time you guys do this, every time you call me crazy. No, I'm just kidding. I get more crazy. What about that? But no, every time you guys do this, my Scorpio rising energy just like goes, it's like I'm ready. Because the scorpion always stings. Always. So let's go ahead and get into this. We'll see. We'll judge. You guys can judge her response. Like we'll give it like a 1 to 10 rating on how good it was at the end of this. Okay.
The most annoying group of people to deal with as a fat person on the internet is not like the dude bros making fun of me and calling me fat in my comments. It's not ED Twitter taking my videos and making me fat spell, making fun of my body and everything about so that they can starve themselves to not look like. No, it's neither of those. The group that is most annoying and irritated is the morally superior anti-fat activists that take fat people's content from TikTok, cut it up, upload it to TikTok, making money off of our face, our content, our movement, because either they were fat and hate themselves, are currently fat and hate themselves, or just hate fat people in general. I have had so many of my videos taken and put on the internet to be made fun of by a group of people that I don't know, that doesn't follow me. And every single one takes my arguments in the worst light possible and makes me seem like I'm crazy, like I don't know what I'm talking about, like, you know, I'm making everything up, and then like search through your videos and try and like point out inaccuracies to look for some kind of proof that like fat people are all lying about being happy about themselves, they're all lying about being content in their body, and like there's literally no room for nuance with that, and they all think that they're the good guy. That's the crazy. They make these videos, take people's content out of context, post it to a hostile audience, and still think that they are the good guy. That's the thing that's the most frustrating, because like they think that they're in the right. Like, you are a villain, you are a bad person. Leave me the fuck alone.
Okay. So I just wanted to let it play all the way through because now we're going to break it down piece by piece. I would give it, I don't know, it's pretty bad. I think it's kind of like a 3 or a 4. It's very much declawed, or, you know, the wings have been clipped in this type of clapback. It's kind of lame in my opinion. But we're still going to go through and break down everything that she said piece by piece. I just wanted to give you guys an opportunity to just hear the whole thing because sometimes people get irritated. But now we're going to go through it piece by piece, okay?
Group of people to deal with as a fat person on the internet is not like the dude bros making fun of me and calling me fat in my comments. It's not.
So it's interesting because she cares more about YouTubers than people who are literally in her comments, which I find really interesting because a lot of us in the anti-FA space, we don't have like tons and tons of views. Like there are some that do, absolutely. There are bigger YouTubers in this space, but a lot of YouTubers in this space are relatively small. So why would you care more about what I say or what somebody else that's an anti-FA YouTuber says when they don't even comment on your channel? You just, rather than people who are actively hating in your comments. Like, I found that to be very interesting. My suspicion is that she doesn't like it because we're undermining their rhetoric. We actually provide an argument and we advocate for this body hierarchy to change or to not exist anymore. Because in some cases, like myself, I want it to change completely. I want fitness and weight loss to be more accessible to more people, and part of that is just educating people on the issue, because there are a lot of people who don't understand weight loss. Even people who have tried to lose weight There are certain things that they don't understand on a hormonal level, but certainly people who are really like they've been thin their whole lives, or they don't understand it at all, or have zero experience with it, which is what I tried to do on this channel, is to teach about these things, both in my own experience and in a lot of cases responding to people like you. And I think that a lot of us in the anti-FA space, we provide logic, reasoned arguments. Sometimes it is just making fun of fat people in some cases. But also, like, don't act like you guys are holier than thou about that. You guys make fun of thin women all the time. So I don't really want to hear it. Okay, let's see what else.
Twitter taking my videos and making me fat spell.
So she would rather somebody on Twitter use her body as you know what for an ED crowd, for a restrictive ED crowd, than these anti-FA videos in which a lot of people don't even hate fat people in these videos. You know, I'm not as nice as other anti-FA YouTubers, admittedly. I'm not. I will get on here and I will say that I don't like certain people, and I don't have any particular hatred towards Victoria. I think that she's probably one of the more reasonable ones, which that is actually quite sad, because she's not reasonable whatsoever. But she's not like, there are some in FA that are like horrifically evil. I don't know how else to describe it. She's just lame. That would be my opinion. I know that that's mean, but it's just the facts. To me, she's just lame. I don't see her as like this horrifically vicious person. But I do think it's interesting that you care more about these videos than you care about people with restrictive EDs using your body to inspire. That's sick to me. You know, I would not feel great about that. You can't always control what other people do, but I certainly, not in my wildest dreams would I ever encourage a restrictive ED or any ED in anybody, nor would I want to be used for that whatsoever. It would not make me happy. It would certainly make me more angry than, you know, an FA person talking trash or something, which I wouldn't be shocked about, because y'all are quaking. Y'all are scared. You guys are losing the argument. You guys are losing on so many different levels. It's breaking apart. And I love to see it. I live for it. I love it. I really, really do. And I know that it upsets you guys so much, and that's why you're actually fighting us, because we actually have a heavy hand in it, you know. And I haven't even been at this for that long. I've only been at this for a year, as far as like fighting you guys directly. But it's just, wow, you know, it's really falling apart, isn't it? That's all I can say.
Making fun of my body and everything about, so that they can starve themselves to not look like. No, it's neither of those. The group that.
Interesting. Very interesting. So people who actively harass her and people who use her body to inspire an ED, she's not worried about that. She's totally cool. That's why I say a lot of times these people, they value the body hierarchy and they appreciate it. They want things to stay the same. Okay, so let's go off, Queen. Go off.
Most annoying and irritating is the morally superior anti-fat activists that take fat people's content from TikTok.
Oh, how evil. Oh my gosh. Cut it up.
Upload it to TikTok.
Okay, the thing is, like, it's TikTok. There's not a lot of cutting up that goes into it. Usually if something is cut up, I mean, how much can you really disturb or distort a 1-minute clip? I'd love for one of you guys to show that occurring. Please, if you're going to make these accusations, if you're going to say this as some kind of defense, then make your case. Prove yourself. If you want to do that, then show us the clip of an anti-FA YouTuber editing something out of context and then show the actual clip. Because you can't just say that. Online, you have to make some kind of proof. You know, you can kind of make some general statements, but that's like an accusation. Like, I would never accuse Victoria of something. I would either just speculate, or I would, you know, give what I think she's feeling kind of thing. But I would never say, Victoria did this, and I have no proof. Even when I did a video where I called out that Fat Sophic Bro had called me out, I showed it. But I don't think you guys can handle watching anything a lot of the time. So I think that's why you can't do that. So your case is really weak.
Money off of our face, our content, our movement.
Okay, so as far as the making money aspect, a lot of you guys make money off of FA and all that stuff. I mean, for a group of people that hates capitalism so much, I haven't seen as many people make a lot of money doing, you know, body plus size clothing hauls and these types of things. And, you know, you guys use your platforms to sell things. I'm not saying that Victoria does, but there are plenty in Fat Acceptance that do. Like Marissa Matthews comes to mind. Like, she uses her platform to sell her earrings and stuff. I'm not coming for anybody that does that. I don't really care. You know, I don't have an issue with capitalism. I don't have an issue with people making money. But it is interesting how you guys are very much hypocritical on that point in a lot of different ways. So I don't really want to hear the accusation of, oh, somebody's making money or somebody's doing this or that. You know, people watch these videos. A lot of people watch AntiFA because they're currently on a weight loss journey and it helps motivate them. A lot of people watch it just because it's interesting to them. A lot of people want help in terms of like how to understand or relate to very big people. That's, you know, part of why people would watch my channel, in my opinion. And a lot of times it's just hope. It's like a hopeful thing because a lot of people really struggle with their weight or have people in their lives that struggle. And, you know, the weight loss struggle is something that a lot of people can relate to, and a lot of similar struggles can be compared to it, you know, like the struggle of being poor and finally making money or something. That's something that people could relate to. It's kind of similar to that. So people are entertained, educated, and they enjoy watching it, which is why we make money. So I'm sorry that, you know, I don't know if you're not enjoyable enough or whatever, but it's kind of like, I don't know, figure it out then, you know? That's all I can say. I don't know. It's a weird criticism to make.
Because either they were fat and hate themselves, are currently fat and hate themselves, or just hate fat people in general.
So I don't do it because I hate. You know, in some cases, I don't know that I hate anybody in FA. There are some people that I viscerally do not like at all. And I'm not going to say the names right now because I don't want to list it and all that. But there's people that I do not like. Like I said, I'm not like other AntiA YouTubers. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh gosh, da 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 da. Like I will say, Jordan is definitely somebody I don't like at this point. You know, I think something was exposed in them when I saw the Sam at Every Size thing that really was just so nasty and toxic that I definitely don't like that person. But do I hate them? Hate is a little too strong. You know, I would say that I hate the movement. I hate the rhetoric. I hate how it pushes people towards their death. I hate how dangerous it is. Those are the things that I hate. Is it hating people in the movement specifically? No. It's more so I hate that you guys are pushing something so incredibly harmful. That's what I hate. So, anyways.
I've had so many of my videos taken and put on the internet to be made fun of.
Okay, you put your own videos on the internet, so that's stupid. If you don't want something put on the internet, then don't put it on the internet.
By a group of people that I don't know, that doesn't follow, and every...
Okay, that happens. Criticism occurs. I know it can be tough. It can be a bit of a sting, but that is what it is to be online, and you should know that. You're a grown woman. You're grown. You should know that. I don't feel bad for you. If you were like 16 and you didn't realize that this was a thing and it was like 2010 or something, you know, when people didn't realize how hateful the internet was, I could kind of understand it more, but come on. Come on, Victoria.
Every single one takes my arguments in the worst light possible.
Well, some of your TikToks are absolutely trash, like honestly. Some of them are horrific arguments, very stupid. And to be honest, a lot of anti-FA YouTubers, they're going to choose some of your lowest hanging fruit most of the time because in a lot of ways it's the easiest to respond to. I personally, I try to find TikToks that I can respond to that I have something to say, because I don't want to just like, I need to have something in mind for when I see it. If something's just dumb, just to be dumb, I probably won't respond to it. But you have a lot that are really bad. Like, and a lot of you guys do. And there are a lot of people that are going to pick up on that and they're going to go for it. And it is what it is. It's fair game. If it's bad, maybe you should clean up your content a bit, or just say, this TikTok just wasn't it. Like, you can curate your content. So
it makes me seem like I'm crazy. Like,
I do think you're somewhat crazy. I do. But you also accuse us of being crazy all the time. So like I said, every time you call me crazy, I get more crazy. What about that? Period. And when you say I seem angry, I get more angry. Because this movement is a gaslighting movement beyond any level. It's terrible. It really, really is. And I know for me, like, I'm relatively gaslight proof. Like, I am not somebody that's going to go along with stuff like that. And if I can encourage somebody to not be gaslit by you guys, then I will absolutely do that every damn day of the week. I'm just saying, like, I will do that at any opportunity that I have, because I'm here for people who want to fight this, or who want to get better, or who want to lose weight, or who want to do these things. That's who I'm here for. I'm not here for you. I'm not here for you, Victoria. I'm sorry.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, I'm making everything up. And then, like, search through your videos and try and, like, point out inaccuracies to look for some kind of proof that, like, fat people are all lying about being happy about themselves. They're all...
So, I don't know. There are certain people that I think are lying about being happy. I think it's tough to make a huge blanket statement. What I will say is that you're usually lying about being healthy, typically. There are some cases where people are okay for a while, but typically after the age of 25, it starts to go downhill pretty fast. After the age of 30, it's like a cliff. Okay, it goes down really fast, typically. I've established on my channel that a lot of women can last a bit longer. So I think in that case, maybe 10 years longer. So maybe around 40, they really start to fall off. But, we've seen people dying in their 30s from being super morbidly obese. We've seen it. We even have somebody who died in their 20s, their late 20s, who was 28 years old. So it's like, no, I don't believe it. I don't. And I think a lot of you guys, you have the narcissistic trait of thinking that you're the exception to biological reality and to basic science and fact, and honestly a timeless history of people who have suffered with this, especially at this point. But even far, far back, people knew that people who were very fat were not healthy, or were not as healthy. So it's like, I think you guys just try to hold on to this false reality to cope with the situation you're in. And to be honest, like, I'm not going to shit all over somebody for struggling within themselves, but what does bother me is when you try to push this rhetoric onto young people. That's what bothers me. Like, you don't get to do that. You don't get to drag a whole other generation down with you, not without a fight.
Lying about being content in their body. And, like, there's literally no room for nuance with that. And they all...
It's not true. There's room for nuance in mine, but I could not read this text at all. Let me try to read it. They think that what they're doing is okay because we put it online, yes. But when I upload content, I can monitor it. I can clarify my posts and my comments. I can talk to my community. I do not inherently consent to people taking my content and uploading it to other platforms just because I post videos. Okay, well, I don't know. I don't consent to your rhetoric being all over the internet. I certainly don't consent to it being posted with no pushback whatsoever. That's not going to happen. But I can't control what you do, but I can certainly control what I do, and I will absolutely fight your rhetoric. So you're going to have to deal with it. Take the L.
I think that they're the good guy. That's the crazy... They make these videos...
It's because we are the good guy. I think it's crazy that you think you're the good guy because you're pressuring people and encouraging people to go down a path of death. That's not okay. It's never going to be okay. I'm sorry. It'll always be the good side that pushes people towards getting healthier and living longer lives and having more full lives.
Take people's content out of context, post it to a hostile.
It's really hard to take a TikTok out of context. So am I taking this out of context, Victoria? Because I'm playing the whole thing. I mean, get a new argument. It's just
audience and still think that they are the good guy. That's the thing
because we are.
That's the most frustrating, because like they think that they're in the right. Like you are.
We are absolutely in the right.
A villain. You are a bad person.
I'm a villain. Every time you call me crazy, I get more crazy. What about that? I'm the villain? Oh, I'm quaking. Oh, gosh. You guys. Victoria called me a villain. Like, I'm broken now. I don't give a fuck. I literally wear a witch hat.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Oh. Leave everybody else alone. Oh my god, you guys. Leave the people who are losing weight alone. I just love that. Leave the people who want to fly on a plane alone. Leave them alone. Gosh, I still can't get over that Southwest. Like, if the plane is full, we'll just kick somebody off. Leave that poor person alone that you're kicking off the plane. These people, man. I'm telling you. Liars, liars, liars. Pants on fires. Anyways, you guys, thank you for watching. I'll be back. I mean, they're really coming out with these hats. Like, or they're making me take this hat out quite more often. I'm surprised at how often they're fighting back. But I'm here for it. Bring it on. You know, bring it on. Bring it on. Baby, let the games begin. Period. By the way, my mom said that one of the ads on my video was the Eras tour, and that just made me so happy because now I feel like I'm spawned by Taylor. But anyways, you guys, I'll talk to you later. I've been enough of a nerd today. So I'll see you guys again soon. And yeah, have a good one. Bye.